In this video, I'll be showing you the designs that I made before, how long they took me, and how hard I would rate them out of 10 to make. So first, you can see some of the designs here, and those are some of the websites that I made. I'll go through them one by one, not all of them. So let's go through this one first. This website is called Level Up, and this is my most recent one. So on this website, you can see there are a bunch of animations that go from all the kinds of sites, and you can scroll down and see some more of it. Total, this design took me 2 hours to make, and it was not too hard. I would say it was like a 3 or a 4 out of 10 on how hard it was to make, because I had to animate each one of the elements here one by one, which was just taking up a bunch of time of mine. So this is it so far for this design. The font I used was called Design Bubble, which I got from FontSpace from this website. Let's see if I can find it. Here's the font that I used. I use most of my fonts. Most of the fonts that I use are from this website. This website I made is called MediBlob, and I think the design itself took like 5 hours to make, because there's this page, there's a patient page, there's calendar, there's profile page, as well as there's pages for each of the patients with AI summary. The design itself took me to make like 5 hours, and the whole website itself with the functionality and everything took me 25 hours to make. I would say this design took me like I would rate it like a 6 or a 7 out of 10 on how hard it was. As you can see, I have not added any animations on this one, mostly because it was highly backend focused with like a bunch of functionality. So it was hard in order to connect it all together and make sure everything works. This one is just a simple website. I will show you just the first part with the animation. So we can scroll down, and the video extends to the whole screen, and you can see the text like that. This took me also like 2 hours to make. I was using some other website as inspiration. And I would say on how hard it was like a 7 out of 10, because this animation itself was kind of tricky to make. The next website I would like to show is my portfolio website. It has a lot of pages, each one with like a bunch of animations and everything. So it took me a total of 20 hours to make. And by how hard it was, I would say it was like an 8 out of 10 on how hard it was to make. Just because it took me like a lot of time, and I had to think through the smallest details on that website. Another website is, this one is actually one of my older websites. I think I made it like almost a year ago. And it has a bunch of animations. Like the menu on the right, it has a bunch of those. And as we scroll, you can see the items fade in. And I added animations for like smallest parts like or save. And you can share them as well. You can see the animation of floating in. I don't remember how long this website took me. I would say like the whole website itself took me like 15 hours, and the UI was like 7 maybe, because there's this page. There's also create a recipe page, which is this one. There's a profile page, and it just took a while to make, And I would say that the last website I will show you today will be Pixelate. Oh wait, I forgot to rate this one. I would say it was like 4 out of 10 to make. It wasn't too bad. It was fairly simple. It's just like a lot of micro animations here. And the last website I want to show you, this is just a landing page I made, just in case I would like to quickly start up a website so I would have one to use. It has a lot of animations, as you can see. Everything fades in as we scroll. And I think it took me like 4 or 5 hours to make. And I would say it's like 3 out of 10 on how hard it was, since it wasn't too bad on designing. It was just like taking some of my time. So yeah, this one wasn't too bad. So yeah, this is it for today's video. Thank you, and stay great.